So today we will be discussing about the process,
Okay.
how to configure the process and how to do the process part. So we have created one form in which we have do some customization.
Yeah. Custom attribute.
Yes.
The Z key.
So we have done some customization. There is the MS key value, set MS key value, which we have restricted to 12 characters, so that if more than 12 characters users are getting created, system will stop it.
Yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
Now, what we have to do next?
We have to store that in the user field.
Yes, we have to store that in the user field.
No. It will come. It will come. It will come. It will take
Okay.
little bit time. That's it. Once
Okay,
it comes,
so
it is fast.
yeah, okay. So our first thing that we have done, we have during creations of any user, we have used this form.
Yeah.
Correct, the custom user ID form, and we have the first name last name option. Now I don't want to put the display name over here, and I want that first name from first name last name, it will take the display name.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, and from this is the user ID. What is the attribute? That is ZMSK value, and I want that MSK value should be updated within the ZMSK, right?
Yeah.
So 3 activity I want to do when I will put this information and click on submit.
Yes.
First, from ZMSK value, I will put the data into MSK value in capital letter.
Correct.
Correct. Second, the display name will be coming
Concatenate first name.
concatenate first name last name.
Correct.
Right. Managers, these attribute, that is their roles privileges. Role privileges, as of now I am not doing anything. And one more thing I want to do, that however the user will be coming, the user, that number format, time zone, time format will be the output device. I want to put the default values.
Okay.
Okay, I want to put the default values. So what I have to do, I will submit and those things will be working. So how those things will be working? So in that case, I have to create one process.
Yeah.
Right, I have created this process. How I have created? Just right click, new, and click on the process, and I have now rename it. Now in a process, we have a start node and we have an end node, and on the right hand side we have a various tasks: action task, wait task, switch task, conditional task, approval task, and attestation task.
Yeah.
Now
What is that above one palette?
that's it. We have nothing inside it. We are just putting enter thing in this way. Okay.
Okay.
This now approval task I will be coming later on. We will have a separate session for approval task.
Okay.
Attestation task mostly not used, only used during the context based assignment. This attestation task is used, so that will also be discussed later, but mostly not in use.
Okay.
These tasks are normally, the rest of the 4 tasks will be used.
Okay.
Okay. Now, wait task, switch task, conditional task, that I will be coming later. First, later means I will show you that. But for the action task, is the task which is done through for any end user action, any end user activity. End user in the sense any kind of update activity.
Okay.
Which, wait, and condition, these are something. Suppose you have a multiple within a process, you have a multiple sub process.
Okay.
The entire journey, start to end, there is an entire journey. Somewhere you are waiting, so you want that from this process another process is running. I want to wait for some time. I can wait with wait task, switch task, conditional task. Based on the condition, we are rerouting the process.
Okay.
But finally, whatever the action will be taken on user, like role assignment, their attributes update, everything will be done through the action task.
Okay.
Whether taking from the data from database or from any ASCII file or from some other thing. So whatever, from two passes, everything, those actions will be taken through this action task. Right? So I am now adding one action task over here.
Okay.
The first thing is how to add.
Drag and drop.
No. If you try to drag and drop, it will give you an error. I am trying to drag and drop. Where it is showing only process can be added into this diagram.
Okay.
Okay. So suppose you have some another process and you try to drag and you try to add that process within this process, you can drag and drop.
Okay.
This task cannot be dragged and drop.
Okay.
What you have to do, select the task, release your mouse. Okay.
Okay.
The left button which you have selected, release it. Just move your mouse inside it. Where you are just putting into the line and where you can see the dotted arrow, just click on it. Then this will come like this.
Okay.
Now right click, auto layout. Once you click on auto layout, it will come like this.
Okay.
Okay. Now just click on it. It will give you the rename option.
Okay.
Attribute object. I am giving the name. By naming, and always we will keep a name in such a way that whenever we will see the job log, we can at least understand what is the action is getting taken.
Okay.
Okay. Now save the file and open this action task.
Okay.
Every action, configuration.
Okay.
Okay. Now once you open, you will have this property of the action task.
Okay.
Okay. The general result handling, login, state, documentation. This is the property. Mostly the general property. You can see the scheduled is provisioning, run by dispatcher. This is the dispatcher. By default dispatcher it will take. Okay. Result handling, again the result handling is the same which you can see in the result handling tab is over here.
Okay.
If you want to trigger some process on execute process on initialize, that means whenever this process will trigger, you want that another process will be triggered for the same time for some other purpose, you can do that.
Okay.
Okay. Just give a second. Okay, now coming to the main working area, is attribute pass.
Okay.
Here you have the pass, the script, constant and variable.
Okay.
The passes is, here we have the different passes. As I told, in the action task, we are basically taking action on the system or from the system.
Okay.
Like there, if you click on right click on new, you will get some passes type from ASCII file, from custom, from database, from generic, from LDAP directory, and from LDIF file. The two passes is two ASCII file, two custom, two database, two generic, two identity store, two LDAP directory, two LDIF file. Okay, this last from LDIF file and two LDIF file I never used. This LDAP directory, if you have specifically do something for the Active Directory pass, you need to use the LDAP directory. Otherwise, mostly in common scenarios, we used from ASCII file, from custom, from database, from generic, to ASCII file, to custom, to database, to generic, to identity store.
Okay.
From means we are taking some information from the table or from something. From ASCII file means from our local system.
Okay.
Okay. From custom means from our custom data. For custom specifically from SAP system, if you want to fetch some data, we use the from custom.
Okay.
From database means if you are extracting something from database, we will be doing this from database option. So we will be going through this one by one when we will think about the job part.
Okay.
Okay, there I will be showing everything, but as of now I am just wanted to show two identity store.
Okay.
Once I click on two identity store, why I am adding two identity store? Because this data, whatever I want to add, this will be two identity store data.
Okay.
Okay. Now this identity store, suppose it is update user attribute. I give the name and created the two identity store. So
Okay.
once I open this two identity store, you will have the general tab where the pass type is two identity store. The source tab, here you will not get anything in the source tab. Retrieve, you can check that retrieve attributes from pending value.
Okay.
So that whatever the data I will update over here, those data can be retrieved.
Okay.
Okay. Now in the destination tab, we have the main activity to do.
Okay.
First, what you can see in the destination tab, the identity store. Now, which identity store I have to put the data?
Enterprise people.
Enterprise people identity store. And which entry type I am putting the data?
GMS key value.
No, entry type.
MS person.
MS persons entry type. So I am putting this MS persons entry type over here. Save it. Now, what are the informations I try to put? It is not always that we can remember all the field, but some of the field we can remember.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what are the attribute I am trying to put? I am trying to put
MS key value.
MS key value. So in MS key value, what I am trying to put?
GMS key value.
GMS key value. So this is the attribute and this is the value area.
Okay.
Correct.
Yes.
Now, if I put direct GMS key value,
No, you have to put percentile GMS key value.
Percentile GMS key value percentile. But again, if I put percentile GMS key value percentile, what will happen? Whatever the value I will put in this GMS key value, that will be updated over here. But I don't want that. I want whatever I will put over here, ultimately it will be in the capital letter.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
It will be in the capital letter and then it will update. over here. So how to do that? I cannot simply percentile put the percentile value.
There is any
I can put display name. Display name is the attribute, and I can put percentile mx first name, percentile
plus.
percentile mx last name. I can do that.
Okay.
So first name and last name it will take, and it will create the user ID.
Is there any function we have to use
Yes, we have to use some function over here
to convert it to uppercase?
to convert it into uppercase. Now, what in order to write a function, you have to write a script.
JavaScript.
JavaScript.
Okay.
Where you will write the JavaScript? You have to write the JavaScript in the action task. Here is the script section. Now, you can write a script over here that will be within the process.
Okay. If
Correct?
we write it repository level, it will be scripts level, it will be entire.
It will be entire thing. Even within the script level, if you write, what will happen? That script can be make you public, so that for some other cases also, other packages also you can use.
Use that. Correct.
So it is up to you whether you want to specifically use this script,
Global or local.
global or local.
Okay.
Okay. So let's create it first global.
Okay.
New script. I am writing, the script name is z underscore upper case underscore msg value.
Okay. We are converting MSK value to uppercase.
Okay.
Okay.
So I am writing in such a way. Now in a script, all script we are passing some value which is called par or parameter. Right. So I will be passing this value. Okay. I will be passing this value inside this. Now whatever script I will be creating over here. Now if you go back to your screen, sorry, here I created the script on the global area.
Correct.
Right. So how to link that script over here? I can right click on it, relink the package, sorry, add link to package script. Self, because this is the self one, within this select and this one. Now the script is updated within the process.
Correct.
Now in order to add this script, how to add?
$$ something.
Dollar function dot script and $.
Okay.
Okay. Now par, what is the par that I am passing?
Z underscore MSK value.
Z underscore MSK value that I am passing.
Okay.
So what I am actually doing, I am passing G underscore MSK value. Through this script, it will give some output, and that output will be stored inside the MSK value.
Okay.
Correct?
Correct.
Now going to the script area.
Just par is a placeholder.
Just par is the placeholder.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever the value is there, par is the placeholder simply.
Okay. Then you will select the data from the table.
So I don't need this one. Return, what will be the return value? So those we have to discuss. Now on variable that I am selecting, okay, we have to select the variable.
Correct.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I have to select a variable which will store the par value.
Correct.
Right? Like select user ID variable equals to, oh sorry, equals to par. So whatever the value will be taken, those will be storing over here.
Correct.
Now what I have to do, I have to write a script for
SQL.
that SQL.
User ID is equal to some uSelect function.
Yes, I will be using the uSelect function and
warning something to display.
user ID equals to uSelect bracket
Select MS key value.
I am not taking from any table.
Mm.
Getting my point. I am not taking any table. What I am trying to do, I am making it the uppercase.
Okay, then you can give just user ID is equal to that 2 upper
Okay.
something.
So simply return par dot uppercase. Simply, I don't need to do anything. Simply return par dot uppercase.
Okay, just
Whatever the
whatever
value will
MS
be
key value.
passing,
Okay.
the par dot uppercase will return. So I need to do anything over here. I
Okay.
am just uppercasing the values, whatever passing over here.
Okay.
Okay, part dot uppercase. I am not taking from any table, not doing any informations, nothing, right?
Yeah.
So let's save it. Then go back to here. So MS key value, display name is added. Now what are the informations I told that I need to do? That is something mx underscore is, what is that name?
Time zone.
Okay, mx underscore time zone. So just check the value.
Hello. 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 Samrat. Hello. Hello. Somnat disconnected.
Yeah. Actually, the generator was going off, so it was disconnected. I connected from my mobile Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let me share the screen again. The recording is already there,
Yeah,
right?
it's going on.
Okay. So the time zone mx underscore time zone, right?
Yeah.
So what I can use mx underscore time zone.
Okay.
I am giving GMT UK. This is pretty standard time zone. If it is present in the database, again, this time zone can be taken from the database. If you go to the time zone thing,
You have to go to DB to check.
yeah, to check, if you go to the attribute section here, that's mx
MXI attribute help. Okay.
value mx underscore time zone. From there, you will be this value will be taken. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the another thing is printer. I actually forgot mx
Pool
underscore.
device.
Yes. Print time setting SPDD, delete after output, SPDA, SPLD. These are the four things.
I think SPLD is the printer device, I think.
Okay. So SPDA, whether printer is it keeping or deleting.
Okay.
Go back to here. Printer setting, putting D. Again. SPDB. SPDB is printer is go. Select this one. G. And another one is SPLD. This is the output device.
Printer name.
Enter name of the output device. So I think we can give the name LOCL, the default name, right?
Local, yeah.
LOCL. So let's have a do like this. That's it. I am done.
Okay.
Now go back to our process. I am already attached this process over here.
Okay. Execute process on submit. Okay.
Execute process on submit.
Okay.
Now go back to the user ID. I am giving the user ID is test user 1. First name is test. This is the user 1. This okay. Now click on account attribute. What are these things coming? The account attribute welcome *1. Welcome *1. Okay. Now I am click on submit.
Okay.
Right. Once I click on submit, it is showing identity created. Now go to the job log, main job log. Why it is job log retrieving failed? There must be some version mismatch is occurring.
What version mismatch?
IDM along with the Eclipse version mismatch. That is why this job log is not able to see the job log. अरे यार.
Is it?
The retrieving job log failed. The job log is getting failed, means it cannot be retrieved from here. That might be one of the reason where what we can do. Eclipse.
There is a note. Let me check what it's
Yeah.
stating. And there are a lot of administration thing also we have to check for this.
Yes, actually.
Is it the creation is successful?
The user creation is successful, but after that, that process is not triggered, I believe, because if the process is triggered, then that MS key value name should be changed
Okay.
as the uppercase of this one.
Okay. Okay. It's telling that the Developer Studio plugin and Developer Studio service components have a dependency on each other. Please ensure both Developer Studio plugin and Developer Studio service are kept on the latest patch available.
Yeah. SAP Developer Studio is 8.6.32.
Then what IDM, what Eclipse we have to use?
Yeah, I think Oxygen is the latest. What is the latest
Eclipse
version?
latest one is different.
Latest one is different.
Yeah, it's not the Oxygen.
It's not Oxygen. Okay, so let's try to find the Eclipse latest. Eclipse latest version.
Go to eclipse.org. Third one below. This is Java EE IDE.
This is the latest one, right?
Yeah.
Get Eclipse ID.
Click on the download 64-bit.
Now this is my, so let's go do it inside this.
Is the user is created properly?
No,
Why?
that we have to check in the log.
Okay, okay.
Okay, it might get some error, so we have to check in the log. Eclipse. So can I download it over here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me try.
Oh, this is installer.
Yeah, this is the installer only. So I will be able to install it. I'm not sure.
No, you can install with my ID. I have admin credentials, right?
Okay,
And it's
okay.
popping up the ID, you can give mine.
Yeah.
You just close this current Eclipse, no?
Close it. Close everything. Close it.
Run.
Yeah.
Yeah, next one, below one.
This one.
Yeah.
Mm,
Which one you will install generally? This one?
Generally, install the first one.
Okay, do that only. Go back.
It will take my system.
Give it some admin folder. Better.
Yeah. So computer, C drive,
Program files.
program files. Here only, right?
Yeah, give that. Or
No,
create.
because it is read only. It cannot be used.
Okay.
Users,
Give administrator.
administrator.
Or do continue with your one only. Don't worry.
Yeah, it
See.
will be better like that.
Go back. Go back.
Users, my name. Select the folder.
You have to create Eclipse.
Yep. Computer C drive.
On your desktop, create a folder or something on something Eclipse there.
Eclipse new. Start installed. It might take some time.
No, internet is very fast. It will go quickly only. Oh, it is a Eclipse mismatch. Then job log will give it.
Yeah, job log. Sometimes process value will not be triggered. So everything except process. If you open the process, the existing process, it will not be opening. Those problems will be coming.
Select that first, trust.
Yeah. This one.
Okay, done. Think you can launch it.
Launch it. Something new.
Mm. Again, this one don't. This is different, na? On your desktop one. Okay, this is new one. Okay,
This is the
it's
new
asking
one.
for Eclipse. Okay, you can create new Eclipse for this, new workspace for this.
New workspace. Yes. I can create a new workspace. Just give me some 2 minutes.
Mm.
Launch. Yeah. So new thing is opened. Now we have to install IDM, I believe. Yes.
Mm.
Install new software.
You have to give right HANA tools on demand.
Yeah. Let us see whether if these things are coming.
No, you have to give the name. What is this version? Oh, it won't.
It won't be here, I believe.
Yeah,
Yep.
you have to give HANA dot.
HTTPS HANA dot on demand, I think.
tools.hana.ondemand.com. Tools dot
HTTPS
tools
tools dot HANA dot on demand
dot com
.com slash
slash
some.
2018 hyphen 12.
Let's see if anything is coming. No.
1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
No, something.
No, 4.10 only available for Oxygen only. IDM is only available for Oxygen.
Yeah.
It's not available.
This one. Oh. So let's take this one.
Oh, installing Oxygen one only on this.
Yes, yes.
Is it compatible?
Yep. I believe it should be.
No, it's installing below.
Installing, yes.
Generally, if fails, it fails here only. 48%.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see.
It's moving.
Yeah.
Restart.
Start. Start. Okay. IDM preferences, connectors. What was the name that we have given?
IDM CONN.
CONN. IDM CONN.
HANA 60
HANA 60
dot IDES.com.
com 50,000 IDM underscore
Dev Studio
dev studio
underscore data source.
studio underscore data source. I used to get confused.
Yeah.
So let it connect. Obviously, I will get the error. So the package folder. New Eclipse workspace, metadata, plugins, runtime settings, open, not always, is underscore HTTPS. Save it. Dev IDM underscore admin and TCOM01. The specified database alias
I think data source underscore dev studio.
That used to happen.
Restart. Let me check in my IDM data source dev studio, correct only. What do we given now? IDM data source, you split the data is wrong. Data. DAT.
Yeah. No.
What did he saying?
Retrieving job log failed.
Neon it won't support, huh? Eclipse will.
That I'm thinking why Neon is not supporting.
No, Oxygen is not supporting.
Oxygen is not supporting.
1 second. Let me close this stuff. One second, I'm trying
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Neon Eclipse. I'm just downloading it.
Yep. You can try with Neon.
Before this one is the Photon.
Let's try with Neon. Then
Yeah, it's completed download. Let me try. What is that? HANA dot tools dot
ondemand.com/neon.
HTTPS HANA dot tools dot ondemand.com/neon.
/neon.
No software site found.
Mm. Install new software. tools.hana.ondemand.com/neon. Let me see.
Yeah, it's showing the same. What you told, it's showing the same only.
So in the same means?
Yeah. Let me check.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming. Oh, yeah. SAP identity management, that is enough for us, right?
Yes. Which IDM is installed?
8.5 SP5.
8.5 SP5, right? But this is the latest one is 8. The downloaded software is 8.6.
Okay.
If you go to the about IDM, downloaded is SP6, I believe. That is the reason it is not taking. We have to look it for 8.5. This is the version 8.632.
Okay. 8.6 won't be compatible with Eclipse Oxygen?
I believe so.
Then what we have to get?
Here
We can't downgrade the version, right?
Yes, we can. Oxygen. Neon.
Which file? Core resources prefs? Which file we have to put that ISHTTPS is false? Core runtime only, right?
Yeah, core, runtime, and then the user preferences. Metadata, plugin, runtime, settings, user preferences.
User preferences is not yet coming here. Let me do something.
Yeah.
Window preferences, SAP IDM connections.
Before Neon, what is the one? Neon. Luna is 8.2.
I'm unable to add connection also in this.
Can you show me your screen? Stop sharing.
Okay, it's added. Dev IDM underscore admin.
We have to check on which IDM. I believe Luna, Neon. Neon, it is 6.2.
There is a user interface preferences. That one only, right? We have to add.
Show me your screen.
1 second.
Yeah. Yes. Click on OK. IS underscore HTTPS equals to false. Restart. You have to restart it.
It's a pure compatibility issue only, right? Or any issue with installation?
Yeah, that should be comfortable.
This one only, no?
Yeah.
It's working, man.
It's working.
Yeah.
So which one?
Neon.
Which?
Neon. Okay, I will do one thing. Don't download. I
Okay.
downloaded it, right?
Yeah.
Just copy on your desktop. Why should we waste time in downloading it? You delete that current Eclipse. I will copy this.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, downloads. Computer C users. Samrat. Desktop. I'm copying on your desktop.
Yes.
Just. I think for the new versions also, Neon is only compatible.
Yes.
Okay, it's copied. You can share your screen.
Yep. So rest of the things need to be uninstalled then.
Yeah. Just
Which one?
that one, delete it.
This one?
Yeah, that is Neon. This is Neon, correct.
This is Neon.
No, you change your own.
I have to change it my own. Eclipse.
There you downloaded Eclipse, right? Installed.
Oh, workspace. Let's use that workspace. I believe it will work. I could return to the newer version product it confirm, but okay, so it's better to create my new one.
Yeah, better. You're doing it on mine, I think. Let's check.
Yeah.
Okay, create a new one.
Lot of things we have to delete from here.
I think, I believe this display also will work in this. The forms.
Yes, I believe so. Workspace. So I delete enter workspace then.
One medicine for all the diseases, I believe.
Yeah.
You're away?
Yeah.
No, that is mine.
That is yours.
Yes, perfect.
But again, I have to create all those things.
Yeah, just have to create a connection. I already installed this IDM.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to install IDM also. I gave it. Okay, it is there.
What is there? Show connections that I have to add. Oh,
One of 60.ides.com.
60.ids.com 50,000 ITM underscore
Data source
source
underscore.
dev studio.
Again, you have to do that also, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, means Neon is the only compatible version.
Yeah. for SP5. SP6, I think Oxygen is the compatible version.
But mine is SP6 or SP5, what we installed.
Installed is, I believe, SP5.
Yeah, SP5, what that is what he told me. Latest one is what? SP5 or 6?
SP6.
Oh, SP6 came.
Yeah.
There is not much difference, right, between SP5 and SP6?
Not much difference, but perhaps you have noticed one thing here since SP5
Correct.
version is SP5. Perhaps you have noticed one thing in the SP6 version. You saw the timing.
Okay.
You have noticed it. I think the timing was showing from which timing to which time I can see the want to see the log.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, filter.
Filter, timing filter. Now log is there. MSK 5 provision. Okay. Let's go back. Do it. Go to the package, custom package. Process here.
What is the issue?
Let me check what is the issue. I believe I have not updated the change type, but it should be. Okay, here one thing, gtyp equals to modify.
What is the change type?
Change type means we are adding or changing or removing. That is the change type. And add, modify or remove.
3 change types, that's it.
There are 3 change type only. If you want to remove, that will be a remove change type. If you want to add, that will be the add change type. So let's go back to our screen. Refreshed, test user 2, test user 2, manage attribute section, *1, and then submit. Let's see what will happen.
Oh, here it will show all the jobs.
Yes, this is the global log.
Okay.
Global log will show all the jobs present, whatever with the present within the system.
Oh, no filtering we can't put here.
We can't put it any filtering over here. If you want to see the specific job log, you can see it over here.
Okay.
You can see it, the specific job log over here.
If there are 1 lakh job logs, 1 lakh job logs will be shown here.
Will be showing here, the
No
global
filter.
one.
We can't put any filter.
Why you need to put any filter? Because suppose one job is running from here, the next job is running from the another one. So there will be some, if you just go individual log, the next log you can't see, which is running on another package.
Okay.
But in the global log, the sequentially you can see what are the things are running.
Okay.
Why this is not coming? Why this is not taking? Attribute is getting modified, but it is not taking. Import type. So MS key value.
That user info you have to change it to anything?
No. That is by default.
Okay.
Okay. Go to the log.
Entries added 0. Entries modified 1.
Entries, total entries 1,
Added 0.
added 0, because if you go to the first log, it will be showing the added 1.
Correct.
Entries added 1. So I clicked on modify. So that is why it was showing the modify 1.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so what is the problem? This is how we have to analyze those things. The problem, how this problem is coming. Let me see. Choose task, settings, go to the settings. Nothing is getting updated. No attributes are getting updated.
Printer, right? You pass the printer.
Yes, I have passed the printer.
Where that will be updated?
Here only, the output device, LOCL, printer, output, these things. So it is not updated. Why it is not updating?
That is a culprit or what?
Yeah, I believe so. Let me check. Test user 3. Test user 3.
Same thing.
Same thing. There is something I am missing.
Now check the display forms whether those are openings or not in this standard
Okay,
package.
okay.
No, same thing. Why, where it's going wrong?
I will check. I will check that why this is going wrong.
In general, custom scripts no need to pass anything.
In
Actually,
yeah,
you have to write it to identity store or to database.
no, identity store only. Database, I am storing something data in the database, but here I am changing the value in the identity store.
Okay.
Vector. This is something which is not passing.
You can directly par dot to uppercase, you can pass there only, right? You have to return the value,
Yeah.
right, in the JavaScript?
Yes.
Just return MSK value.
Yeah, that's what I will do, but what I want to do,
Is there any issue with JavaScript function length or something?
yeah, it might be. Let's check.
Warning.
Yeah, warning, because I set up a warning message. User ID is showing. That's the mistake that I am doing.
Okay.
User ID, the warning message is showing the attribute. That's the mistake I am doing.
Oh, you have to put in percentile.
Yes. So when I saw that hard-coded, it is showing that. So now you can understand what is the purpose of the warning message.
Okay.
Okay, because I am passing some wrong value. Test user 5. Test user 5. Error. Okay, let's see what error is coming. Test user 5, user ID is test user 5. Now the proper uppercase is coming.
Okay.
Now what it is showing, the modify operation. Oh, okay. Now it is, since this is the new user, it will not, since when it is getting changed, the ID is getting changed, it will not be the modify operation.
Okay.
Okay.
Should
So
be
I have
new.
to click on add.
Create. Add. Okay.
Or you can by default you can keep it. You can disable this pass as well.
No need to require that.
No need to require that. Automatically it will take the add one. So let's see, if it is not, then I will give it. So at least you can see, although I have created the lower one, it has taken the upper one.
Correct.
Right? The user ID is taken the upper one, but since the user ID is not there, it should not be the modify.
Okay.
Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
It should not be the modify. Okay, let's go back to the log. Again error. What error? Entry doesn't exist. Oh, no. Error, actually that error is coming twice. The new field is coming. The user ID is 06 added. Now go back. Now see. Now that user ID is created.
Okay, but first name, last name is gone.
First name, last name is gone. Why gone? The display name has come because first name, last name I have given for this user only, not for this user.
Oh.
Not for this attribute. For this attribute, first name, last name is not coming. For this attribute, these are the default values are coming.
Okay.
Okay. So what you can do, you can add those first name, last name as well.
Okay, whatever the attribute we will pass here, that only will be updated.
That will be updated. And here one thing you can see, I have given the test user one. There will be no space I have given. So you can write a script. Here, if even you give a space, I don't think it will take.
Okay.
Okay. If you try to give a space and save,
it will give error, I believe.
I believe it will give an error.
Okay, for this also, for concatenate, we'll write a script.
Concatenate or write a script. And the rest
I will
of
do
the
one thing. I will take this as exercise. For display name, I will write a script.
Yes. Okay. So that you can do, and some of the default values you can pass whatever you want.
Okay, got it.
Okay. And whenever you will get some error or something that you are not finding, you can write a warning message so that at least in the log itself you can check and understand what is the data I am expecting and what is the data I am getting.
Okay.
Now
you are expecting user ID, but here you are getting a message.
Here, after checking this value, I have checked the modify option. Then I thought, okay, no, modify is wrong. Then first, what I was getting, I am not able to understand. So I was actually putting the hard-coded value. So that is why this is not changing.
Okay.
This is how we can, analyze. We can analyze the error logs.
Okay. All the system variables should be go in the percentile symbols.
Yes.
Okay. Whatever is coming from into the process, it should be within the percentile.
Yes.
The value.
Percentile means it will be the value. If you are not giving the percentile, it will not give you the value. It will take the hard-coded one.
Got it. Okay, this is fine. Okay, if I want to create 1,000 users one shot, right?
Yes, but not through this. That I will be doing it because after discussing about the job.
Okay.
Because today I discuss about only one action task, only one process, which is the action task, right?
Tomorrow also again process only.
Yeah, process and job, because I will discuss about more passes that is in the job.
Okay, more passes. Okay.
More passes means today I have discussed only about the 2 identity store passes.
Okay.
Right. Tomorrow I will be discuss about more passes like from identity store, from database. From those passes I will be discussing, and then job, and the next day we will be discussing about that how to create the 1,000 file, 1,000 users.
Okay.
At a time. That we will be creating. Okay.
Okay, got it. Yeah. I'm stopping the recording. Fine, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's